So
sad.
Apple took 2 Steves to make. I think if you just
and a Ron, I guess.
If you just had Steve Jobs, I think you couldn't have Apple, a company. If you just had Steve Wozniak, you can have a company. Steve Wozniak was going to make one Apple for himself. Then he was going to make an Apple II for himself.
Yeah.
He was not going to make apples for the world. And then Steve Jobs saw Woz making an Apple and goes, hey, I bet other people would like things like this.
In 25 years.
Well, at the time, it was like 2 years away. Or a year.
Right. But truthfully, no one wanted Apple ones. They were, you had to have a TV.
Oh, they sold like 50 of them, did they?
A couple hundred.
Yeah, there you go. People wanted
I got one in my attic.
So before we head to a break, I want to show you this clip. This is from the Stephen Colbert show, the Colbert Report, right?
Colbert Report.
Yes.
You flipped the T's.
Oh. And this is a Stephen giving his story of a time he was with Steve Jobs, or sure it was Steve Jobs. And I had not cried. Since I heard of Steve Jobs passing, I hadn't cried until I saw the end of this clip. And then I had to shed a tear.
Bawled like a baby.
Little Kleenex in the corner of my eye. So take a look, and we'll be right back.
Personal note, I was one of the few people who could call Steve Jobs a close friend, in that he communicated with me once. The morning after my Grammy appearance, I received this highly personal email from the man himself. This is true. Let me read it to you off the iPad that, may I remind you, he gave me for free. Subject, last night. Message, sweet. Thanks, Steve. Okay, reply. Right back at you. Thanks for everything. And send. We'll be right back.
All right, we've got 2 minutes. Our friend Steve Wozniak is going to be here tonight.
He's waiting in line.
He's in line waiting for an iPhone 4S.
Yeah.
He needs to make some contacts within the company.
He should.
And try,
maybe pull a string or two.
Maybe jump the line a little
bit.
But
I hear, I don't think he's got that many contacts, really. He's still like a low-level guy.
It's been a while. Well, he worked at Apple when Chris Espinosa worked for Apple. He knows Chris.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're close anymore.
Maybe Chris had tossed him a bone. Yeah. Unlikely, but...
I think Chris needs iPhones, though. He's moved on to other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woz probably just has to wait in line.
How much time we have?
I don't know. I think we're coming back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're back, and we're going to take your tweets.
They've already gotten a couple of them. I've always wondered, what do you run?
Look at all these tweets we have. I haven't read all these yet. Okay.
They're like an ads or something.
What ads?
The break. Like you're selling ad time.
Oh, there's like PSAs for the station. So there'll be like a serious person saying, you should volunteer at the blood donor thing because we need blood. Something like that is what they run, PSAs and previews of other shows.
I should watch the show on TV.
Yeah.
Except I never can because I'm always here.
I know. Did you ever do the a preview for Keith Explains? Because they probably run those.
No, I haven't. I'm lame.
Okay, our tweets.
If only I had an executive producer to keep me on task.
So, we have a tweet here from I Got Question. Hi, my name is Berta, and I got a questions. Am I doing this right? Yes. Yes, you're doing this right. First question, single. No, I am married. Second question.
Wait. That could mean anything.
Second question from Berta. Keith, single.
No.
On your tax return, you do say single.
On my tax return, I do check the single box.
But
But I am living in sin.
You're in a long-term relationship, I believe.
Yes.
Okay, so
and a sinful one, in case anyone's curious.
third question: y'all gay? No,
No.
we are not gay.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Still from Put, I got a question. If not, then meet at my pad. You two crash here if you want. Sorry, the other questions leads us to say meeting at your pad would not be appropriate. The flirty girl asks, can Keith explain Occupy Wall Street? Oh, I'm not prepared.
I can.
I'm not prepared for that.
You can't. I mean, you...
Maybe if we get to it, we can do that. Again, for the flirty girl, what about Occupy Sesame Street? I want answers about the arrest of Muppets. So
Muppets have to be stopped.
99% of the cookies are eaten by 1% of the monsters.
Yes, that's true.
This Brian Westfall. I think he wanted to friend me once. Why you no friend me on Facebook? I didn't read the rest of the question before I made my comment. I'm very picky about my friend people on the Facebook. So I need to personally know you pretty well before I friend. It's nothing against you. I probably met you once or twice, and you seem like a fine person. But we need to have dinner or coffee once. Anyways,
speaking of which, are you ever going to friend me on Facebook?
We've been friended a long time. Me friend you a long time.
I'm just.
The flirty girl asks, you said your show don't suck. I mean, doesn't suck. Can you explain how your show doesn't suck?
I have a question about this. You're married, and
Yes.
I'm in a long-term sinful relationship.
Yes.
Should we be flirting with girls?
They're flirting with us. We're victims.
I would skip over those if I want.
think that's the last one.
If just from the perspective of your marriage staying happy, I would skip over those.
Well, that was the last
girls
one.
flirting
I'm not
with
going
you
to be talking about flirty girl anymore.
because that way lies badness.
Kerwin Alonzo says Steve Jobs was the genius of Apple's, or was it his partner Steve Wozniak? This is all
both of them.
misspelled. Steve Jobs, marketing genius,
And
Steve
more?
Wozniak was technical genius. So Steve
Yes,
Jobs
can make a computer out of 7 pieces of sand and
Yeah.
2 wires.
Right. But Steve Wozniak could not sell his computer to 1 million people. So Steve Jobs was a genius at making people want what they didn't know they wanted. And Woz was making the stuff that people
They're both
Yeah,
freaky.
okay.
They're both smart.
And again from Kerwin Alonzo, do you think the party at Adobe is winding down yet? I don't know what
We
that
don't
means.
get invited to parties
There's
at
a party
Adobe.
at Adobe. We got a comment. This came in on YouTube, not on the Twitter thing.
Wow,
It's
you got a comment on a YouTube page and you can actually read it on TV?
Well, I wrote it down first on a card.
No, not that part. I mean, the language is appropriate that you could
Yes,
actually
yes,
read it
yes.
on TV. Wow,
This is
that's
from-
got to be a first.
What's funny, this is from Rachel.
Rachel.
The person who usually we can't read her tweets because
Wow.
they're so laced with profanity.
Yes.
And she tweets, why should
She
I
didn't
watch...
tweet, she put this on YouTube.
Oh yeah, she YouTube comments, why should I watch your show if you aren't going to read my tweets?
But we did read her tweets.
Well, we went over some of her tweets last time because they were full of
Oh,
profanity.
right.
So I said, I'm afraid if I read them, other people would no longer watch the show.
Oh, well, that's very diplomatic of you.
And that's our tweets. And again, the
This is a great show.
Headshot.
This is an award-winning show.
okay, we got to really fly through this topic. We're out of time. Republican presidential candidates.
Yes.
How many frontrunners are there?
By definition, 1.
Okay. New topic. Republican presidential candidates.
I mean, the front runner is the guy that's.
The front runners.
In front.
Okay.
I mean, it's changed, but there's only one at a time.
Which ones are from the Tea Party?
Well,
Is there like more than one? I think Michelle Bachmann is a Tea
almost
Partier?
all of them. In some, I mean,
Really?
people don't think Romney is particularly Tea Party-esque.
about
And
McCain?
Ron Paul is kind of a little more crazy libertarian than Tea Party.
Okay.
And I have no idea what Rick Santorum. Now, Rick Santorum thinks he's Tea Party, but he's got no chance of winning, so they're abandoning him.
Will there be a Democratic primary?
Yes.
And they will just automatically elect Barack Obama.
My prediction, Barack Hussein Obama will be nominated to be the candidate of the Democratic Party in the 2012 elections.
Remember that
Just
time?
a prediction, but...
Remember that time in 1980 when Ted Kennedy ran against the incumbent Jimmy Carter?
Incumbent? Yes, I do remember it. I was...
What was that all about?
14.
Why was he doing that?
He wasn't happy with Carter.
Okay.
He thought Carter in some ways was not liberal enough, and in other ways he thought he was too conservative, and Ted Kennedy wanted to be president.
Does it happen very often that
not very often.
The incumbent? Yeah, okay. So this Occupy Wall Street. Wow, what is that? New topic, Occupy Wall Street.
Okay. It's too late. It's too late. We only paid for the music twice for the show. Oh, great! Now your executive producer is going to have to cough up another $35.
Okay.
Occupy Wall Street is a set of protests and stuff. It started out with a group that said we should go occupy Wall Street. Wall Street's like 2 blocks long, so it's not hard. If you got a moderate number of people to mostly fill it up, and they are largely complaining and pointing out that the financial industries in this country got enormous value in the last couple of years from the government in loaning them money so they could recover from things that they did to themselves and other forms of propping up to, keep them solvent so that they wouldn't go under and lose a bunch of money. And that those people don't seem to be helping the rest of the country recover from the not quite recession, but the economic doldrums that we're still in. So and there's also kind of a belief that the financial industry and rich people, the 1% are taking the vast majority of the country's income, and the other 99% are not profiting from the work of everyone. And
this started on the real Wall Street, but it spread to...
They're doing it all over the place. It's the kind of thing you can franchise really easily. Just take the name of your city and put the word occupy in front of it.
Well, that's all the time we have today. Our next show will be November 10th, 2011. So it's been great seeing you.